This podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. I share my personal experiences with microdosing as part of my own mental health and spiritual journey. I'm not giving medical advice, and I'm definitely not encouraging anyone to break the law. Everything I talk about is based on my personal story, what's worked for me, and what I've learned. Always do your own research, and if you're considering anything discussed here, make sure you consult with a licensed healthcare provider or legal professional. I'm just here to share my path openly and honestly. So before we dive into today's episode, a quick heads up. Today, in this episode, I am going to be using a word I almost never say on this show. And I'm not doing it for shock value. I'm not doing it for laughs. I'm not doing it for anything other than this is the only word that truly captures what this lesson and what this medicine have taught me. So if you're cool with that, please stick around. And if you're not cool with it, after saying it once or twice, I'm going to go ahead and try to mute it. I'll use an alternate word, but I just want you to get the point because it's really, really important stuff. This actually could be the most honest episode I've ever recorded, so let's get right into it. There was a moment after I had been microdosing mushrooms for quite some time where I realized that something actually cracked me wide open. You see, okay, in my life, I had been giving way too many fucks. Yeah, I gave a fuck about things that didn't even matter. I gave fuck about about people that weren't even in my life anymore. I gave fucks about trying to be someone I thought the world needed me to be, but maybe I wasn't really that person. And then the medicine, magic mushrooms, psilocybin spoke to me. What did it say? It said something like, David, it's time to let go. And you know what? I actually listened. Maybe not all at once. It took a while, but once it happened, I realized that I could finally breathe again. I felt like something was like just like let free. And that's what this episode is going to be about. What happens when psilocybin teaches you to stop giving an F? Okay, so I'll use the word F. I'll use the letter F instead of saying the whole word from now on. Maybe I might throw one or two more in, but I hope you understand. You get it. And why this could be the most loving thing that you can do for yourself. So let me be real with you just for a minute. Well, I'm always real with you, but I'm going to be super, super real with you just for this 1 minute. I need to confess something right here on this show. I don't know whether I've ever confessed this before. I used to give an F about a lot of things. Way too many things. You want to hear a few? I'll just give you a few. I really cared a lot about what others thought about me. Was I a good person? I cared about my looks too much. My clothes. Was I a successful dentist? Did I do okay when I was on stage as a speaker? And when I tried to do stand-up comedy, why didn't I get any laughs? I tried to please everyone. If someone didn't return a message or an email, I'd assume I did something wrong. Why did they ghost me? I must be a bad person. And if somebody unsubscribed to my email, I mean, I would take that personally. I would compare myself to other people. If somebody had more financial success, or apparently that would bother me. I gave an F about social media numbers. Not having enough followers equaled not being worthy. I cared about the cars in my driveway. Was my house good enough? Was it in the right neighborhood? About aging and not being young anymore. Not having a super flat stomach. For my political views, my spiritual views, I gave an F about working and working. I gave an F about avoiding conflict, about keeping relationships alive even when they were clearly finished. And underneath it all, I gave an F about being liked, even if that meant betraying myself. Psilocybin didn't just help me see all of this, it helped me drop it. It said to me something like, David, and this is the psilocybin speaking to me, David, that's not you anymore. Release all of this. And at that very moment, I believed it. I was free. Now, let me be really clear here. This isn't about becoming cold or careless. It's not about how to stop giving an F in some arrogant, selfish way. It's simply about stopping the leaks, the slow drip of energy that we lose when we care about things that don't serve us anymore. Psilocybin, when used with respect and intention, doesn't make you care less. It helps you care better. You don't become numb, you become clear. You start to ask yourself, is this actually worth my energy? Should I be carrying this around with me? And for the first time in your life, you can answer 100% honestly. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if your nervous system is screaming, if it feels like you're carrying way too much, you probably are. And maybe it's time for you to stop giving a fuck about all of that. Not about your life, not about your healing, but about the noise, the performance, the weight that was never yours to carry in the first place. Let it go. I did. One thought at a time. You don't have to do this overnight, but one breath at a time, one microdose at a time. The medicine will show you the way, but it's your hands that have to do the releasing. And let me tell you something else. I still give an F. I absolutely do. But the good thing is I give an F about fewer things, and I care more deeply than I ever have. What do I give an F about these days? I give an F about peace. I give an F about my health, my body, my mind, my spirit, about being present, about laughing a lot, about the people on this planet who I truly care about. I give an F about how I show up in this world when no one's even watching me. I give an F about nature, about breath, about stillness. I give an F about being someone I can sit quietly with and feel really proud. Psilocybin helped me get there. It stripped away the fake, the fear, the noise, and it helped me tune back to what's real. So yeah, psilocybin has definitely taught me to stop giving an F. That's exactly how I found everything that's worth caring about. And most of all, and this is, I think, the most important part, I give an F about helping one person, just one person at a time. I realize I don't need millions of followers. I don't need thousands of followers. I don't need hundreds. Do you know why? Because I've got you. You mean the world to me. I feel your energy. I feel your love. So if one person hears this and feels even a little bit more free, then this work, this message, this journey was everything it needed to be. I want to thank you. And yes, I mean you. I want to thank you for being here. I've got a brand new episode that comes out every Wednesday. If you like what you're hearing or seeing, please like, share, and subscribe. And also check the show notes for resources, especially I've got this free five-part course on microdosing, how to microdose for beginners. If you know nothing at all, it's great. It's free. It's by email. All you have to do is go to the show notes. There's a link right there. Get signed up for that, and it starts coming to your inbox. No charge, nothing, for free. And I recently spoke about what psilocybin has done to my brain. I did that on a very recent episode. If you want to check it out, I'm pointing to it right here on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to, I'll put it in the show notes. I'm Dr. Dave, Microdose U. I love you, and I'll see you next time.